Welcome back to the SSL Family Dad channel. So today I want to give you the decision that I have come to in regards to dealing with this broken tractor. What have I decided to do after a lot of feedback from you guys, after a lot of comments from you guys, after a lot of thought and prayer from my wife and I, talking to my dad, talking to a lot of friends and family and other people, and just trying to figure out what to do here. And so I'm going to reveal kind of the plan. Now plans are subject to change around here, but this is the decision that I've come to. So to update those of you who have not been following along, this is my 1969 Ford 4000 tractor. We bought this the year that we moved in. This has been the workhorse of our little farm here. It handles all of our compost. It handles tilling and preparing all of our garden beds, all of our production gardens. It handles baling and cutting and raking all of our hay, moving wood chips, moving things around the farm, and doing a whole bunch of other things. So a couple weeks ago, I started noticing a loud knock on the tractor, and it's out of commission. It needs to be, there's some kind of major engine repair that needs to be done here. I need to pull the tractor apart and everything. And so the dilemma was, do I buy a new tractor? Do I take this one, set it aside as a project tractor? Do I try to sell it as a fixer-upper for somebody at a loss from what I paid for it? And then just invest in a brand new tractor, take out a loan. They've got lots of great deals right now, 0% and all that stuff, and just do like a 5-6 year loan and get a new tractor. Or do I buy another used tractor? This is another idea that people had. Hey, look for another Ford 4000, get the same tractor, get another one used, and then use this one for parts, and then have kind of multiple, duplicates of everything that I could use for if something goes wrong with one or the other. So I got lots of feedback from you guys. There was people from all spectrums and lots of great ideas. And a lot of people, I would say probably about half the people said, get yourself a new tractor. They've got great deals right now, get this brand or that brand. There's lots of different, everyone had a different brand recommendation. Kubotas, Mahindras, John Deeres, New Hollands, whatever. A lot of people had a lot of great recommendations. And as far as buying a new tractor, a lot of people said, get yourself a used tractor. Don't get yourself into debt. Don't get a payment. Get yourself a used tractor. New tractors break too. A lot of people said, new tractors you're going to have trouble with the electronics and the computer controls and things like that. You just can't work on them like you can with these old tractors. So a lot of great feedback from all spectrums. So I went out and I started looking. I went to the Kubota dealership. I went to the John Deere dealership. I got a lot of prices. I got a lot of information. And what it came down to was this. In order for me to get a tractor brand new that would replace the power of this tractor, the power and capability of this has, it does everything that I need it to do. In order to replace this tractor, it would probably cost me closer to $38,000 to $40,000, anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000. I could go on the low side with a new diesel on a 42 horsepower, somewhere 44 horsepower, something around that, and a Kubota, be about $32,000. That's a little bit underpowered compared to this, especially for running some of the bigger equipment that I have. Pushing up towards 50 horsepower or 55 horsepower, which is what this tractor is, I get into the $38,000 to $40,000 range with any model that you look at. New Hollands, Mahindras, John Deeres, Kubotas, whatever. They're all right around that same price range, which means it's an over $500 a month payment, and that's a huge commitment for us. We don't generally do that with borrowing and things. I looked at some used tractors. I found a great Ford 4000. It's a couple years newer. It didn't have a loader, but I could put this loader on it, and I looked at that. It was about $7,000 or $7,500, something like that. And I still, I don't have that much cash laying around, and so it would be, I'd have to, shift some things around and maybe take out some, maybe loan half of it or something like that. I still have to take out some kind of loan or borrow some money from a bank or take some money from, savings or other things I don't want to touch. And so, that really wasn't a great solution for me either. This is what it came down to. Some of you guys are going to agree with this, some of you guys are not. The immediate need that I had was hay. I had to get the hay off the field. And so I found a guy who does the hay fields next to us. He'll come out and do all of our hay fields for $1.50 a bale. This kind of changes everything for me, because now I've got somebody who, hopefully, he said he could do it next week. We'll see if the weather holds out. But if he can get out here and do it, $1.50 a bale, he can get all his hay cut. That'll fill my barn with hay, very cheap. I can still sell some of it off and recoup that money and still have hay for our animals for the year. First cutting is our biggest deal. That's where the majority of the hay comes from. So with that information, with that being figured out, that gives me a little bit of time. That gives me a month or two of time where I can work on this tractor. And that's what I've decided to do. So the decision that I've made is that I'm going to keep this tractor. I just don't think that I can replace what this tractor is for a fair amount of money right now that I'm willing to pay or can afford. I could afford, but don't want to afford. I don't want to put myself into debt. I don't want to be strapped down, to having to try to, it's just, that's a lot of money to spend. So we're going to repair this engine. It's still going to be cost me probably $1,000 in parts and things like that to get this engine fixed. But I want to go through this process. I want to learn more about doing this, and I want to get this thing fixed. I want to be able to do it myself. I'm going to have my friend Darren come over probably and save me. I'm sure I'm going to get myself into things I don't know how to do, and I'm going to ask him. I'm going to rely on a lot of YouTube videos, and I'm going to share the whole process with you guys. We're going to go through together, me and you. We're going to go through this together. We're going to tear this thing apart. I'm going to split the tractor. We're going to dig into it and figure out how to fix this thing. We're going to upgrade some things. We're going to repair some things, kind of renovate the engine, rebuild everything. I might even do a little bit of painting and fix some things up, clean some stuff up, and make this thing run good. And if I do that, I think this thing's going to run, for many more years. And so that's the plan. I've got a lot of work to do just to get this thing into my garage. I've got to clean out a space. I've got to set up some things. I've got to get this bucket off. I got to use the excavator probably to pull this thing up there and get it in the garage. So we're gonna have some videos coming on just that alone, and so look forward to that. That's going to be a huge project coming up. It may take me a few months. It may take me longer, and I may have to have the guy come out and do my second cutting of hay, and that's fine. But this is definitely going to be worth it, I think, for me to fix. So let me know what you guys think. Did I make the right decision? Do you guys agree, disagree? Did I make the wrong decision? I'd love to hear from you guys. But this is the route that I've decided to go, and so look forward to some repair videos coming up on the Ford 4000. This is kind of a lot of people said this is the icon of your farm, that old tractor, and I think they're right. This has been a good piece of equipment for us. So thank you guys for all your feedback. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the ideas. I read every one of them, and all of those things affected my decision, and so I really appreciate all your feedback. Don't forget to hit thumbs up on today's video. Subscribe if this is your first time here. I'd love to have you tag along. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.